What is up, wrestling fans? Here are the top 5 takes from this week's Wrestling Republic's daily broadcast. If you enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe, and make sure to check us out every day at 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time in America, and 12 p.m. Pacific. PW Insider are reporting this will just be for a WrestleMania promo. And if WWE has got the hardcore wrestling fans talking for 48 hours non-stop about the announcement, or not even announcement, just to promote WrestleMania 43, what on earth are we doing? This makes absolutely zero sense. And I'll tell you why. It's because you got everybody's hopes up for something, and all those people whose hopes you got up would have already known WrestleMania is happening. Why? Because they are the IWC, and this marketing campaign is for the IWC. It is absolutely delusional. I can't believe a minute into this show and I've just completely lost it, but I have. Who on earth thought this was a good idea? I thought WWE were back. Well, guess what? They suddenly are back in the trash. Dreadful, dreadful decision, if that's true. Or maybe this is all a swerve, in which case this is fantastic once again, because you've got everybody's hopes up, then you drag them all down, and then you give us a surprise, and it's perfect. Let's hope that's what this is, Clark.
Well, Ben, I'll tell you what, if they drop one with flip-flops or sandals or bare feet in this hour where we're live on this show, I might lose my mind like you just did for a second. That might really freak me out.
Oh, God, I got to cover this group again. Here's the thing. This group never had a plot. The plot was, we're taking over. Why? There was never any takeover. There was nothing. Tony Khan was always still running it. You've dragged this story that no one gave two craps about at all, and you've dragged this story out. You've had an end game finish. Hangman getting the belt and freeing it from the briefcase. That should have been the end of it. Oh no, we don't end there. We're gonna keep them on TV after all the blowout. Oh yeah, and he challenges for the belt again 2 weeks later. Neither guy sells any injuries or anything from the major pay-per-view that they had. Okay. And everyone went, oh, no. Darby has to finish it. Darby's got to be the one. You did a last man you did the I Quit match at the last pay-per-view. Neither guy sold anything. They're right back on TV. This group doesn't die. There's nothing to this group. It's never gotten anyone over. As far as, you talk about the Cows family, you can make an argument that group maybe sort of got somebody over. You can't say anybody's gotten over from this group. Nobody. Maybe Marina Shafir. Maybe. And she's the one that you're really not. She's playing the China role to Moxley. Moxley's not getting over. Claudio didn't get over. None of these people in this group got over. This has been the most dumb, useless stable in the history of wrestling since I've been watching. I can't think of a dumber one that went on this long. I mean, there have been some stupid ones, the Union. I mean, there have been some dumb ones over the year, but not going this long. That never had a point, that never did anything, and there's no end game. Oh, Blood and Guts is going to end it? Every time we thought it was dead, it keeps going on. Nobody sells anything. And now you're doing a Blood and Guts match with a stable that's the ragtag group that AEW has no idea what the hell to do with. So we're just going to throw them in a group with the dumbest name. And now we're supposed to go, oh, well, yeah, this ragtag group of, rejects get thrown together. And now they're going to be the ones to end this threat to AEW. Whatever. I don't care.
She'll probably lose to Jade. Jade, well deserving to say the very least. I think Jade is a big time superstar, in conversation to Tiffany Stratton. But what's her title reign gonna look like? Huh? Like what people gonna have the same stuff we complaining about right now, they're gonna complain about the same thing. It'll be like the matches, they're not delivering. Well, who's she gonna tango with? They don't got enough people to work with on that roster that are built up to that point. And then the second thing is this. There's one last thing. They're missing one person, and that is the EST. Bianca Belair is criminally the most disrespected WWE superstar by fans. Maybe the Triple H. I don't know. Triple H could book her a little bit better. But you don't understand how much of a ring general, locker room leader, and just a superstar she is until you don't have her. And she has been the missing piece, in my humble opinion. Not having her there is really detrimenting them. As soon as she's back in place, I think the wheels will start turning a little bit more. Why aren't y'all big Ethan Page guys? I'm very.
I'm not a big Ethan Page guy.
Why
I've
not?
been actually an Ethan Page hater.
What's wrong with him though?
I want to be careful with what I say here because I don't want to disrespect him too much.
I know Clark. It's part of Clark's bit, but
yeah, Clark dislikes him more than I do.
No, Clark. Behind the closed doors, Clark likes him. He just
I agree.
I don't know. But look, I'll say this about Ethan Page, right? I think he is a fantastic, fantastic hand. And that is a really important role in wrestling. That is not an insult when it is used. My issue is when people are acting like this guy needs to be a future main event star in WWE. And a lot of people are acting like that. That's my issue because he's a good mid-card guy. He can play his role really, really well. But he's not like a super young guy. He's in his mid-30s. So I think he's a good hand and could be a good hand on the main roster too. Well, yeah, but the fact is right now, no, look, I joke about this, but the fact is, yeah, WWE right now have a major issue, and that issue is they have, for the first time in like a long, long time, I mean, since the Attitude Era, but realistically, it's even worse now than then, where their roster is such an aging roster, and they need people in their early 30s, late 20s to be getting called up, and right now there's just a couple of them, and that's not really an option. I mean, Donnie, I agree with you. He's very average in ring, Ethan Page, but a good character. Fernando disagrees. He says that he loves Ethan Page and he's going to be a huge main event star someday. I disagree with you on that one, Fernando. But Donnie,
I do think he's a very strong mid-card guy, though. I'm not going to say that. Ethan Page will always be employed.
I put some deep thought into this. On the WWE side, we've got the Cody Club, captained by Cody Rhodes. Of course, his really good friend Ricky Saints is on the team. And then you have to add his good buddy that he gave the watch to, Seth Rollins, to that squad as well. The man that welcomed him to WWE at WrestleMania 38, but also helped him finish his story. And then you get the ultimate turncoat, CM Punk, on his squad as well. And last but certainly not least, Blake Monroe. That's 5. On the AEW side, first and foremost, captain of the squad, one Kenny Omega. Ken Omega from North Carolina. The Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page. And then last but certainly not least, the final member of the team, Tony Storm. Tony Storm. You have Tony Storm. Oh, yeah, and Hangman Page. Blood and guts. Blood and guts. Nothing but net. The AEW squad wins at the end when Seth Rollins takes not just one finishing move, but all of them. I'm talking the Tony Khan driver, bang for your buck, one-winged angel, buckshot lariat, storm driver, all of the above. Cody Rhodes absolutely buried and pinned in the middle of one of the two caged rings, blood and guts, as he should be, laying in a pool of his own blood, knowing that what he built is in better hands now than when he left. That's how I would book my fantasy and my dream